Elon Musk recently, well, I don't know how recent, a couple weeks ago, was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I was going to say allegedly, not even allegedly, he definitely smoked weed on camera. People are saying he didn't inhale. In my opinion, I feel like that's beside the fact, but also, in my opinion, I don't think it matters. I think he could smoke weed if he wants to. He's a gajillionaire. All of this happens because of him. These are his companies, Tesla and SpaceX.
They all his companies.
Yeah, yeah, he's for your soul. But yeah, so he got in a lot of trouble. You said his stock prices got dinged pretty hard for that.
At first it was stock prices, which my mic is not. At first it was stock prices, and then they decided to let him go. I don't know what the reasons for letting him go were. I don't think that was weed related. I think it was because some projects had stalled, and I guess they were worried about it. I don't know who they would bring in. Who do you how do you replace him, and with whom do you do it? It's with whom, right? With whom? All right.
Well, it's just the fact that probably a lot of people that support him are those old white guys that think that like weed is the devil, and that
weed is the
you should
devil,
be able to shoot people on sight.
Yeah, and they're allowed to use the N-word.
Yeah, and they carry tiki torches.
Yeah.
Tommy
Bahama
It says
shirts.
here, this is a quote from here. It says he also sipped whiskey and definitely inhaled a mixed tobacco and marijuana cigarette.
With the tobacco in him.
Yeah, and so yeah, so he doesn't feel like exactly. I can't even concentrate. That was a good one. The weed could be a smoking gun, showing Musk violated his company's. So it's a policy thing. So, and then they also have in here the actual Tesla's code of business conduct and ethics. So he broke the rules, which is what I think they're coming down on him for the most. But like I said, I don't think it matters. But I'm a smoker, so I mean, I think that I've never seen a case where people on marijuana have done something that has been harmful to others. I'm sure there are cases. I mean, obviously, I don't really want to hear bad weed stories. I only like the good ones. So I've never really heard of anything poor happening besides the fact that people think you're dumb. Like you get dumber when you smoke weed. Is dumber even a word? More dumb? Look how dumb I sound.
I think the examples they're using for that is people who are already pretty dumb.
Yeah.
You know, when they tell kids not to do it, they're like, you're going to be a burnout and you're going to be a stoner. Don't do that.
Because I bet you Elon Musk is still smarter than all of the people that are hounding him. The dude made a freaking flamethrower in like 30 minutes and then brought it to Joe Rogan and was firing it off inside the building.
That's outstanding.
I mean, just... You know, and there's a thing, man. When you're on the Joe Rogan Experience, a lot of these celebrities, like that other guy who's like a big political guy, Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
He's here in the studio right now, actually. Yeah. They're making the frogs game, the water.
Yeah, that's a really good Alex Jones. He smoked weed on there, and he says he tests it out once a year because he thinks... I don't know exactly who the guy is. I feel like he used to be the mayor of New York.
What's his fucking name?
It's not Jesse Ventura.
No.
He thinks anyway. I can't remember his name, but he thinks he is controlling the strength of the pot.
Yeah.
So that he thinks that every year he needs to test it to see how much stronger the weed is getting. And he also started a rumor that Joe was a federal agent or was working with the CIA. And people kind of came after him, I think, for that.
I don't know what Alex Jones's game is. Did you?
Is there a game?
He's either really crazy, or he's doing it for views. Because if you've ever watched one of his shows, which I gave it a chance just to watch it because everyone was freaking out about him, so I watched a couple episodes of one of his shows, and he stops to do like ads because he's got to have funding for a show, I guess.
Right.
And but he'll calm down and he'll be like, okay, so there's a good product here. It's like a testosterone cream you rub on your biceps. And then he jumps right back into it. And then I heard of the frogs gay.
Yeah. Forhims.com.
Yeah.
For your balding and
I rub it on my armpits.
and erectile dysfunction needs.
Yes. You gotta be erect when you put it on. Actually, it could just be half. You can have a halfie. Put it on the top part.
So what do you?
It will stand up on its own.
What do you think about what happened to him? Do you think that he deserves to have his job be at stake or whatever's at stake? I might, dude. I just make everything sound so much worse than it probably is.
Here's as from a company standpoint. If he's the owner of the company, I don't see he can step back and someone can kind of oversee things if it's a punishment thing. I remember the reason why he got. Okay, so the weed thing. Mm-hmm. If it's company policy, would a lower level employee be fired?
Yes.
Okay. But if it's your company, and if he's not, okay, obviously when you watch the video, he's not doing it all the time because he was like, he put it to his mouth. It was in his mouth, but he blew it out as soon as the thing left his mouth.
But he still made the conscious decision to put it to his mouth.
Listen. Yeah.
That is what she said.
Contact high is not a thing. It's not real. So he's not going to be high just from having it in his mouth if he's not going to inhale. I don't see the problem with it. If you look at what his actions were.
I don't see the problem with it either, but I also don't want... I'm definitely not saying that he didn't do anything. He definitely made the decision and knew he was on camera and put that to his, to his mouth. That's what she said. And decided to pull that in. I mean, pull that into his mouth. That's what she said. But he decided to, he made that decision. So, and he knew what he was doing. So the punishment is what I have the problem with. I feel like people that support him for what he's doing with Tesla and with SpaceX and all of that stuff, that I don't think that him smoking weed with Joe Rogan one time on camera is going to change the way he's still going to go back to work as usual. It's not like he's all of a sudden neck deep in weed and he's fully addicted and has a problem. Has some gold chains and a grill and face tattoos. And
looking like a SoundCloud rapper.
Lil Elon.
Oh, that's
Lil Musk.
Oh my God, Lil Musk. Lil doo-doo stank Musk. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He has hair transplants too. I heard. I saw that. Pictures of him when he was like 25 years old and he was bald.
If you have the money, why not do hair transplants? Speaking of today's sponsor is Bosley's. Taking your pubes, lifting it up, and filling in that widow's peak you have from your pubics. You're going to have really curly hair. It's not going to match the rest of your hair, and you're going to look like a crazy person.
Your penal peak.
Penal peak?
Your penal peak.
Penal peak. Got it. That's funny.
Penal peak implants.
Penal peak implants.
Get you the widow's peak in your penal area.
Reverse hair plant transfusion.
Oh, man. What else?
I hear...
Oh! I got another...
One thing real quick about Elon Musk.
Yep.
If you're hanging out with Joe Rogan, I don't smoke weed. But if Joe Rogan hands you a blunt...
You smoke it. You smoke it or else.
I mean, you want him to think you're cool. Joe Rogan is the coolest of cools.
Yeah. And if you say no, he's going to make you feel stupid.
Yeah, and he's going to
be like, what, you freaking liberal? You hate America? Or whatever. No, he doesn't do that. I love Joe Rogan. Sorry. He doesn't say any of that. But he'll make you feel...
Yeah, okay.
He'll either not say anything or he'll be like, why don't you smoke? And then you'll be like, he'll be waiting on your answer to see if he's going to go off on you or not.
Yeah.
If you're like, it's just not my thing, he'd be like, okay. But if you're like, well, I'm against it and my job doesn't let me do it, he's going to go on it.
I'm definitely not against it by any means.
People are, dude. Isn't that crazy?
I think you have to be a monster to not allow it to be at least legal for medicinal purposes.
But why are people against it? What is the problem with it?
Illegal.
Dude, I pride myself on being able to see both sides of a story, like of the situation.
Same.
Talked about it last week. I just like to open up the, let people see the other side. I honestly can't think of a reason why at least medicinal it wouldn't be legal all over the world. It's proven to have medicinal value. It's a good pain reliever that's not going to get you hooked on opioids. And it's an anti-anxiety, antidepressant, helps you sleep, helps you eat, helps you not eat. There's all kinds of stuff that it can help you do. So, I mean, recreational, whatever. I mean, just what the other day here, it became legal to sell beer that wasn't 3.2 in Oklahoma. Like, that just happened here.
I shotgunned a beer like this earlier at the house, and it filled up my stomach so much because there's more alcohol in it. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
I was coughing after
He turned into Boris from Rugrats.
Hey, what's about an old Jewish man.
Anyway, I think that recreationally, I think I understand why people don't want it to be legal. I guess. I mean, it's still, well, if it was recreational, there would be, you would make money. I mean, look how much money Colorado made, like $2 billion the first year they made it legal recreationally. Billion.
You could put that back into the school system.
That's
Oklahoma.
Williams, folks. That's B with a bill.
The only thing, so Oklahoma made the lottery legal, and we could have like scratch off stuff. That's fairly new, like within like the last 10 years, I think. And they said all that money was going to go back into helping schools, but our school systems are broke.
Yeah.
So where did all of that money go? Because I know that they let oil companies come here to do extra business and fracking and all that stuff. I think once you get a good governor in here, it could be a Democratic governor for all I care. And if they're about giving money back into the schools, I would legalize marijuana.
Well, they also just upped the tax out here on cigarettes and tobacco, which is going to make the state more money just because of the fact that they did that. Excuse me. But those other states like Colorado, I feel like all of that money, it's like 13% tax. I mean, I don't know what it is in Colorado exactly, but I know in California it's like I think it's more than that actually. I think it's like 30%. I don't remember. I'm not completely sure, but I know it's taxed crazy because it's a monopoly. So, there. I mean, you go in there and almost half. Yeah, so it's got to be 30% because the tax is out of control. So that's how they're making all the money. So, I mean, Oklahoma, like you said, the education system is shot out. The roads are terrible. There's all kinds of things that Oklahoma can use the tax money from those dispensaries to fix.
Yeah, all kinds of things. All kinds of things.
But it's the Bible Belt, dude. It's the religion that goes through here that is so against it, I think. You can't buy liquor here on Sundays.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Lord's Day. So
you got to rest.
Yeah.
Give your liver a rest. One.
Well. Yeah. Huh?
But what if you forget? That's the problem, son of a biscuit.
Who's that?
That is Windows Defender.
God damn you.
We need some, thanks a lot for the
probably
interruption.
Didn't even get.
I don't even have a virus. They're just telling me that it's expired.
I bet it didn't even pop up through the headphones. They're like, what are you guys talking about?
You know what? It didn't, because we're only doing mics here. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we had a little hiccup. So I think, anyway, make it medicinal across all 50. Do it now. Because that's valuable. And once that happens and people see that it does have medicinal value, the people that are so arrogant towards it or whatever, resistant to it, let those people see it. And then I'm sure recreational to be like, duh, because it helps people.